Once upon a time, in the twinkling, whispering woods, there lived a curious little squirrel named Squeaky. Squeaky loved to play and explore during the day, but at night, when all the other animals were asleep, he would often wonder what it would be like to go on an adventure under the starry sky. One evening, while his family was snuggled in their cozy nest, Squeaky decided to sneak out of the tree and see where the moonlit path might lead him. As he tiptoed through the soft grass, he couldn't help but feel a little scared, but also very excited. Suddenly, he heard rustling in the bushes nearby. He hesitated for a moment, but then remembered his mother's words. Always be kind and friendly, even to creatures that might seem scary at first. So, he summoned up all his courage and stepped forward. To his surprise, out of the bushes emerged a group of friendly forest animals. A rabbit with twinkling eyes, a deer with soft antlers, and even a fox with its tail wagging. They welcomed him warmly and invited him to join them on their nighttime adventures. Together they explored the whispering woods, playing hide-and-seek among the trees, chasing fireflies, and sharing stories under the starry sky. Squeaky had never felt so happy or so loved. As the night grew old and the moon began to set, Squeaky realized it was time for him to head back home. His new friends promised to visit him soon and invited him to join them again any time he wished. Squeaky said goodbye and thanked them for a magical night filled with friendship and kindness. As he hopped back towards his tree, he knew that the whispering woods would always be a special place where adventure and love lit up the darkest of nights. And so, Squeaky snuggled into his cozy nest and fell asleep with a big smile on his face, dreaming of his new friends and the many more wonderful adventures that awaited them all. As Squeaky hopped off to sleep, his new friends continued their adventures in the whispering woods. The rabbit led them to a secret meadow filled with fragrant flowers, where they danced under the starlight. The deer shared stories of the ancient forest spirits that watched over them all, and the fox showed them how to catch tasty berries without making a sound. They played hide-and-seek among the tall trees, giggling as they tried to stay hidden from each other's sight. The moonlight cast strange shadows on the forest floor, turning everyday objects into magical playthings. As the night grew older and cooler, they gathered around a warm spring bubbling up from beneath the earth. They dipped their paws in the clear water, feeling its refreshing chill on their fur. The deer even taught them how to sing a soft lullaby that seemed to soothe the very spirits of the forest. Finally, as the first rays of dawn began to creep through the tree branches, they said their goodbyes, and each went off to their own homes. But they knew that they had made new friends for life, and that the whispering woods would always be a place where magic and friendship could be found. Back in his cozy nest, Squeaky woke up to find his family sound asleep around him. He couldn't help but smile as he remembered the magical night he had spent with his new friends. From that day on, whenever he heard a rustle in the bushes or saw a shadow dart between the trees, he knew it could be one of his friends stopping by to play. And so, every night, Squeaky would climb out of his tree and join the other animals on their adventures in the Whispering Woods. And no matter how far they roamed or what kind of mischief they got into, they always remembered to be kind and friendly to one another, because that's what made the forest such a special place. One night, as Squeaky and his new friends were exploring the Whispering Woods, they stumbled upon a hidden clearing filled with soft moss and sparkling stones. The rabbit suggested they gather some of the prettiest ones to decorate their homes. Squeaky loved this idea and set off to find the most beautiful stones he could. As he scampered around, he noticed something shiny on the ground. It was a small, golden acorn lying among the fallen leaves. Curious, he picked it up and showed it to his friends. They were all amazed by its beauty and agreed that it would make the perfect centerpiece for their stone collection. From then on, every night they would gather around the golden acorn, admiring its shimmering surface and sharing stories of their adventures. They even began to call themselves the Whispering Woods Friends, because they felt like they could whisper their secrets to the trees and have them carried away on the breeze. As the seasons changed and winter came to the forest, the animals had to adjust to the colder temperatures. The rabbit taught them how to find warm berries hidden beneath the snow, and the deer showed them where to drink from icy streams that never froze. Even though it was harder to play outside during the day, Squeaky and his friends found new ways to entertain themselves. They would lie together in front of the warm fire, listening to stories told by the older animals who had seen many winters come and go. One particularly cold night, as they huddled around the fire, Squeaky noticed something strange. The golden acorn was glowing softly, casting a warm light over the group. Everyone looked at each other in amazement, but no one could explain why it was happening. As they watched, the acorn grew brighter and brighter until it filled the clearing with its warm golden glow. Suddenly, a voice echoed through the forest. "For your kindness and friendship, I shall always watch over you." The animals looked around, wondering where the voice was coming from. Then they saw it. A small fairy with sparkling wings perched on the golden acorn. She smiled at them and disappeared, leaving only the glowing acorn as a reminder of her visit. From that night on, Squeaky and his friends knew that no matter how dark or cold the winter might be, they would always have each other and the magic of the Whispering Woods to keep them warm.